talking about one of my favorite tobaccos, and that's HH Old Dark Fired. I have to say it's my favorite of the Baren line that they make. It's a real classic of a tobacco. If you've never had it before, I can say that I highly recommend it. Very tasty, very good. Except for the stem's a little crooked there. Except for the moderate nicotine. For some, it could be considered high. For me, I consider it to be about medium, but medium high, I would guess. But otherwise, it's a very nice blend of tobacco. Very complex blend. And I haven't had this in a while. I recently got some. I've had it before in the past, and I loved it, and I don't know why I don't stock up, and I think I will stock up on some. But it's just got this really complex flavor to it that a lot of tobaccos don't, and this one, it's really good. You get kind of a woody, kind of a spicy, herbal, a little tart, a little sour. You get a little vinegar. You get a little campfire. It's not a latakia, or latakia, some people say, but it's not that. A lot of times, before I'd ever tried it, that's what I thought. I thought, well, what is that just the Americans trying to make their own latakia? But no, it's nothing like that at all. It is a combination of Virginia's and dark fired Kentucky, which is a burley. And it is really nice. And it kind of has this semi-sweet chocolate, kind of like chocolate chips aftertaste. And it's just a wonderful, wonderful blend. It burns nice and slow. How they make this is, I understand, is they take Virginia and that dark fire, and then they press it under heat with a hot steam, and it mars those two tobaccos together, and it creates something very unique, something that's not Virginia, something that's not dark fired, but combines them together perfectly and kind of brings out hints of the best aspects of both. HH Dark Fired. It comes in a tin, or you can get it in bulk, ready rub. And I generally buy the bulk ready rub, although I've had the tin as well. If you buy them in a tin, they also come in like a larger size, like a little over a pound if you want to buy it that way too. If you buy it in the tin or in the larger proportions like that, they come in flakes. And I don't have any here to compare side by side. That would be interesting to do, to see if there's anything that's different about them. But I don't remember anything being different about them. I generally rubbed them out anyway. But if you were to fold it, let them dry out a little bit probably, and fold it, it would probably be a little different, but I'm not sure. I'm using my Peterson Squire, which I showed you in the last video. I'm trying to get used to the P-lip. One of the disadvantages of the P-lip I'm finding is I can't really clench it. And for almost my entire life smoking a pipe, I have clenched a pipe. And with these, if you clench it, what ends up happening is, I always kind of drop it down and do it like that. But if I do that, that puts the hole right at the roof of my mouth in one spot. And it's not a very pleasant way to smoke that way. The idea is that, you're supposed to put your tongue, I don't know if you can see, maybe right there. You're supposed to put your tongue, right underneath that little bit, kind of press in there. And the smoke is supposed to go over the top of your tongue. And as I said before, it's supposed to be more flavorful. But I think I need more practice with it. I'm getting used to it, but it's one of those things that I have to now kind of hold the pipe and go back and forth, where before, I just kind of put it in there and I would talk and go on and take a puff. But it's not really an easy thing to do with the P-lip. Well, that's all I've got on the HH Dark Fired by Baren. Very good. Highly recommend it. I think it would be even good for beginners if you can handle the nicotine. That would be the only drawback. Like I said, it's on the high side of medium, but you could smoke a half a bowl and then come back to it later, I suppose. But for complexity and for the flavor and learning flavors, and being able to identify them, I think it's a good blend to do that with. Wine tasters have a dedicated language that they use to describe, and pipe smokers kind of do, but not officially. And so if I say woody or spicy or herbal or tart or sour, earthy, vinegar, light campfire, semi-sweet chocolate, I think those things are all understandable. And I think they're pretty much shared in the pipe community. I mean, sour is sour, tart is tart, but spicy and herbal, these are approximations to flavors that you're getting and trying to describe them. And as you're smoking dark fired, it kind of floats in and out. I'm going to show also here the tobacco itself, and you'll notice that it has this beautiful dark brown, really dark brown, almost black color, but not quite black. It's like a really dark brown, and then there's a lighter brown, and it's just a beautiful looking tobacco. I remember the flakes. The flakes were really good looking. Looks like little pieces of beef jerky to me. There's a certain type of beef jerky I remember we used to get that looked similar to that, kind of like pressed in those little strips. But it's a good tobacco and well worth a try. You guys have a great day. Take care. Talk to you next time. Bye.